Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 893. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got a fun one for you guys tonight, but first of all, from Studio Riz in the Riz Down of Rizville, America.
Sure.
The Riz.
It's me. I'm here.
It's you.
It's me.
It's you.
This is a nice little streak I'm going on here. So
Yeah, it is. It's almost like you're the regular co-host now.
Yes, I like that idea. I'm not even on Awesome Cast anymore. I'm not even Dutters. I'm not even Dutters.
You're not even a Dutters. Not even a Dutters. Although you would have had a lot of fun with tonight's one.
Oh, I probably would.
So, and we also have in studio, first time, the Rad Trash Dad, Ryan Zane is with us. Hey.
Hi.
Should I have thrown trash at you? Should we set this up?
Oh, that would have been so fun.
That would have been
like
fun.
I feel like I'm off hours.
You're off hours?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's better when it's a lot of people. Are you finding trash?
I'm finding trash. There we
You're
go.
gonna
There
throw
we go.
trash at our guests?
There's some more.
That's part of the deal.
I mean, it's all recyclable.
That's
though.
true.
There
I'll
you go.
finish these as fast as I can.
Okay. Double fisting the monster in the.
I do have to say though,
Yes.
Say it.
the Tupac family
Yes. The
are
mother, father, and
amazing at not trying to hit me in the ring, like going over my head, trying to hit you.
son. Everyone's such good throwers out there at 880.
They are, really.
I'm so proud of you. Really, I
We'll
am.
talk
And
about
please,
that. We'll talk about
please
that.
keep throwing.
We'll talk about your other personalities. We'll talk about skate parks. We'll talk about
We talk about wrestling. We talk about mayhem.
this is inevitable around here. So welcome
And
to.
sometimes we talk about shows. too.
Sometimes we actually talk about wrestling. Sometimes we do get around to it. So, so we'll be getting into that and let people know what you're about here on the show this week. So,
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
yeah, you have a book. Oh my God, you just pulled the book.
Oh,
You're the second person. Woohoo! You're doing great.
I am.
We should actually hold off a live reading of that for the Patreon.
I'd love
Yes.
that. I'd love to come in and read books again.
Let's get into. We have a history of people reading books on that couch. Some are play King George in a certain play. Anyways, no pressure. Let's get into some wrestling news. Of course, you know what? I just Riz, did you share the social media kerfuffle that was going down today? Brandon
No, I
was.
saw
Brandon
it
from
in the-
Kansas
in the
City
group
was.
chat.
This is the
Yeah.
most. Listen.
This was so fun.
This is the WWE/AEW. Did you see this? Did you see the
Yeah.
Tony Khan
Yeah,
Jinder
yeah.
Mahal
I was
stuff
bored doing
today?
laundry.
So it's been a while since we've just had wrestlers behaving badly on social media, which seems to be happening more and more. But billionaires. Wait, is he a billionaire? I can't remember.
His dad is. I
His
think.
dad is by
His
proxy.
dad is the billionaire.
He's a trust fund billionaire. I don't know. But where
Seems like
that
he
is.
works
it,
really
yeah.
hard. Guys. I don't
Listen, they're
know.
not hiring me. I'm sorry. I'm fine. Anyways, so Brandon.
Let's hope they don't find this.
We should probably do this later in the show then.
So anyway, they were
So
talking
anyways,
about Jinder Mahal.
listen. I
which
love.
how can I swear? Can I do swear?
Yeah,
words?
well, you can
How
say
Fucking dare they disrespect?
Jinder Mahal. We have first mistake. Listen, Tony Khan, big fan. Okay, love what you're doing with the place. So still more women's wrestling. But I love the Ring of Honor. But anyways, so I don't understand where this is coming from. I don't know if the fuzzy hat was getting to his head or what. But we get this tweet. Let me bring it up here. Tony Khan, the double standard Hook, a 28-1 career record on a winning streak, calls out the champ. A logical challenge sparks online outrage. Jinder has literally lost every single match he's in for the past year. Immediately gets a title shot. Where is the rage? AEW Dynamite tomorrow on TBS.
Dude, the rage is in, respectfully, Mr. Khan's Twitter.
Yeah, apparently, like
Yeah.
I don't know where. So he's watching the product, or he's watching his comments. I don't know what the deal is.
Maybe that comes from a place where he's still a fan, like, and he's just like, this sucks. Like,
USA Network apparently responded.
weren't they talking about cage match?
Yeah, they said
That was
what
lovely.
was the cage match rating?
Oh my.
And he's saying Khan says a moral victory for the USA is one win more than the world title challenger Jinder Mahal in
He's got
the
the stats.
past 364 days because it's been literally a full year since he's won a match. You really put AEW in our place, getting Jinder Mahal in a big match on your TV show. Do it more often. and then this is my favorite, and this is what I love is like. I love when everybody's just going at it on Twitter because I mean, me,
it's very silly.
To me, it's silly, but it's also it just all feels like more
free.
Wrestling promo. Like this is this much different than Eric Bischoff calling out Vince McMahon while sitting on a motorcycle on Nitro. This is the 2024 version of this, right? And honestly, keep it going. Really, just keep it fucking going because people are going to go nuts for this. They're going to see they think Tony Khan is going fucking insane. And the secret is he's crazy in the first place for running a wrestling company. Let's be honest about this.
Does any of this raise Jinder Mahal's stock? Like, just all
Maybe
the talk?
now.
Yes.
Maybe now.
Remember when he just beat Randy Orton? The feeling. Is it restored the feeling?
Don't hinder the Jinder.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't heard that yet. Like, he hasn't said that.
That I'm aware of. I've only seen these screenshots that Brandon's provided us. I have not ventured down the cesspool of Twitter for this.
Yeah, Jinder Mahal, the miracle
Skinner
hero.
the Mahajari.
Sorry.
Jinder Mahal says, who the fuck is Hook? Watch Monday Night Raw on USA Network Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Really, like, all I see happening here is, like, as much as the bridge is divided between wrestling fans and a large capitalist competition, which, like, whatever. There's Jinder Mahal's, like, dropping Hook's name, and Tony Khan's dropping Jinder Mahal's name.
This is a world we live in.
Yeah, but everyone's just, like, saying each other's name, and if there wasn't awareness before that, well, someone's going to look. The silliest thing, though, is, like, how this divulges into people wasting their time. Like on Twitter, like just the fans or the pundits.
I say the fans, the pundits, or the talents themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I feel like kind of like in the certain people in power. Like, why do you have time to tweet? You should be running a country. Like to that extent, I'm like Tony Khan. How do you have time to tweet? You should be running a company.
And a soccer
rugby
football team.
The football, yes.
An American football team.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's
a lot.
You got a lot on your plate. Like, I mean, I get you got downtime while you're on the private plane or something. I get it. I don't know this world. Respectfully.
Who are we? Who are we to?
Who are we? Sitting in this podcast dojo.
I didn't have anything that brilliant to say today.
No. I mean, you came up with podcast dojo, so
that was earlier.
That was earlier. Okay. But no, that was the latest kerfuffle.
TK's drafts must go fucking crazy.
You think?
I never considered it until right now. I didn't put that much thought.
How do you think that rolls?
I don't know. Like I couldn't
Paint me a
fathom.
picture. Paint me a picture.
A lot of swearing.
A picture of it. You're looking down atop a mountain at the longest ski of your life, and you're going to be skiing for a really long time. That's what it looks like in Tony Khan's drafts, maybe. That's my guess. You told me to paint a picture, and it looks like
that is a picture. That is a picture. I really hope somewhere during the Jacksonville Jaguars draft, it's that look he gets. Remember the nobody's gonna fuck with me look he had at the end of one of those when he talked about how WWE was actively messing with his schedule, and he's like nobody's gonna. I'll fuck back. Don't fuck with me. Like I don't think he said that directly, but that's what he said.
Something to that effect.
That's what it felt like, right?
I can't keep track. Does that also fall along the time and he had opened up about this where he had to do business at his mother's bedside in the hospital because there was contract tampering happening?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
actually I feel that heavy. Like once I know that, it's just like, yeah,
he
dude, fuck them
feels
for that.
he feels personally
attacked.
slighted and attacked at his mother's deathbed, apparently.
No way. A man in wrestling feels that way. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of like Welcome to Wrestling, right? A little bit. Sorg, the answer is to cut women's matches from AEW and move behind the ROH paywall. Hey, I'm loving my women's matches on the behind the ROH paywall. First of all, and maybe that's how they're getting a TV deal. Just to rouse the IWC, get the IWC riled up at this point. TK learned that you should not hinder the gender. Happy 18th. I think it's 18th. Yeah, I got my numbers right. I always get those wrong.
Yeah.
So
it's cross-pollinating. It's cross-pollination right now.
It is. It's like Twitter is the forbidden door, right? And it has been wide open.
The door is creaked open for the WWE and AEW right now.
That's right.
It's being
there isn't a creative narrative being discussed there. It just seems like snipey and weird.
Oh, it is.
It's real and we're shooting. Like I don't know. Yeah. I wonder if Jinder will win on Monday. Ooh,
I didn't realize he had an actual title match.
I didn't know either.
That's the deal.
I missed that part.
The whole like. That's what that entire gripe.
Like,
is
and I
about,
watched
guess.
Raw, so you know. What I also get. Listen, when
this informed me that Jinder Mahal had a title match.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing this, I was like, oh, okay, that's happening.
Yeah.
Again, all I think that happened is like promotion is happening, but it does seem like.
Well, that's all it is. I mean, that's
like
all. That's
That's
all any wrestling
Twitter
is. You
is,
know,
too.
it's sniping to get you to buy a ticket or tune in, right? Like, isn't that where it is? You know, I mean, is there any companies you want to call out in Pittsburgh so everybody will tune in on Thursday? While we're at it.
I just want to apply a really nice wrist lock and headlock and hope I get the win.
There
you
you
know?
go. There you go.
That's all I want to do.
There you go. From the guy that wears a trash bag to the ring.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that Facebook account, Trash Bag Wrestlers, and like shit on shindy dudes?
I don't actually.
Oh, it was a thing. Maybe it was just like a thing in the Mid-Atlantic, but like, I don't think the page is still up. But I remember being so mad the day that like, and I remember thinking like, my day's coming. Like someone's gonna be like, look at this skinny fuck. When I was, and that's gotta be.
Oh
it.
my!
I remember the day a buddy of mine got put in there, and he had like orange pleathers.
Oh,
and
no.
so they were giving him shit like he was a contracting bag of hazardous material. A sweet guy.
I'm just waiting to see a friend of the show on this.
Such a good guy. I mean,
that's
just some stuff out there. It's like, it's really rude. I almost feel
It
bad I
is.
brought it up.
But
But
it's
like,
also-
I saw that, right?
Yeah.
And like, I remember the first time I was like getting into doing this as a thing, and I was like, oh yeah, like I gotta pop up on it finally, right? Like, is that what I'm working toward?
Well,
I
it would
really
also-
wanna be on Trash Bag
Like trash bag wrestlers are botchamania,
Facebook.com.
right? Like, is it a kind of a badge of honor? Like, I remember like when something happened,
Botchamania more.
when the table spot happened at VCW, and I told the Rat Boys, I'm like, guys, I'm putting this botchamania, and
Yeah,
they're just
send it
like,
to Matthew.
they just kind of like their heads dropped. I'm like, no, this is a good thing, you know, like this is kind of a rite of passage for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So, and
I've been, wink nudge, I've been on Botchamania a couple times, but I'm never in the botch.
okay, you're just botch adjacent.
Yeah, I'm like botch adjacent and trying to like cover up my body language because I think things are funny sometimes. I think when people fall, it's funny as long as they're okay.
Yeah.
And like in all instances, everyone was safe, but you can probably see me like shudder a little bit.
Well, don't worry about it. Tom's Custom has us covered.
never worry.
Tom's Custom has us covered with the Jinder Mahal versus Hook at AEW Homecoming next week.
Dude, sweet. That would be awesome.
Graphic.
That would be a really dumb and awesome thing to happen. I wish more ludicrous shit like that happened.
Well, you know, the year is young, so
Yeah, it's been.
and we just had Japanese wrestling, so
It was a very good first week and a half for
it
me.
was yes you've had yes. Anyways, what else is going on here? Let's see. The Rock came back. No, that was last week. I don't know. I watch my wrestling in batches, so my timeliness is. Riz, what else is going on in WWE news of worth? We're of course heading up to the Royal Rumble.
Tell me a story.
Like the only thing I can remember is the best storyline going on Raw, or Truth and the Judgment Day.
Oh
you know
my
what?
God! Yes.
That does look like a lot of fun.
Did you see the PSA he put out?
I didn't see. I saw it posted, and like I see that it's fun, and everything that like Ron Killings does has been awesome always. I've enjoyed almost everything he's done it seems like they let him like flap his wings creatively. You know what I'm saying? He's so unique.
He right, and he's been there so long.
Yeah.
And they let him kind of go with this stuff. And it's just like people. I would see people posting it in our chat. It's just like, this guy's going to be part of the Judgment Day. He's going to lead the Judgment Day by WrestleMania.
Dude,
like that's probably where we're going.
Ron Killings having like a world title win in the WWE could happen within the next 2 years, and like before he has to retire, would be valid in my eyes, honestly.
Absolutely.
Do you remember him as like NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
I
in
do.
The early,
I
early
do.
TNA, which like welcome back, baby.
Yes.
Papa's
Yes.
excited to see you.
Yes.
But
already purchased the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I almost went. I'm gonna be hanging out in New York City for like the next week just for funsies. But I almost like just went out to Vegas to go do that. My big plan was to get. So I wanted to take the sign from. Like,
I love
one
the
of
three
weekly
sidebars
pay-per-views.
we're on deep here.
Yeah. That's
but
fine.
this is fine. This
welcome.
is the show.
This is my show now.
Okay.
I have ADD.
Perfect
so,
for this
like,
place.
I wanted to go with the sign that said, "Hey, ex-wife, I'm on TV," which is like something a fan was holding at a weekly Wednesday once, and it comes around as like a laugh and as an image, but I was committed to the bit to like get the fucking yellow polo I think he's wearing and maybe the hat, not cut my hair. Like, come on, go other side. But yeah, I wanted to go real bad. Never seen Vegas either. Let's take off that track. What were we talking about before?
I don't
that?
know, but we gotta get you to Vegas. That's one thing we gotta do.
God, that sounds like a mess.
It could be an experience. So, been down there for Double or Nothing. Been down there for work. Had much better time the second time with Double or Nothing, and some friends and everything. So, listen, just walk it around, and you get one of those cups, and you just get a frozen margarita in every corner. You know, and just get your refill for like $5. Like, it's a really good day. It's a really nice day.
It sounds nice.
It's really nice.
I've made plenty of big plans for Las Vegas in my life, but one day.
One day, go sit and watch the flamingos at the Flamingo, and wander Caesar's Palace. It's a nice time. Maybe go for a ride on the gondola.
I'm gonna
Just
lose
go
it all.
watch
on the
that giant
slots.
sphere that's there.
The sphere.
Yes,
I want to
sphere.
break into the sphere. That'd be cool because like, what are they doing? What's like? No one's occupying it, right? I can probably like wander around.
U2 plays there.
U2's there.
U2's has a residency there. I think Bono actually like sleeps in the back.
I don't want to go see U2.
Bono,
It's not worth it.
Bono.
I'll definitely get tackled by
Bono.
Bono's
Security.
team. Him and the Edge.
Yeah,
Does the Edge
the
still
Edge?
play
He's
in
allowed.
U2?
He's now the only Edge, so he doesn't have to be
Yeah.
the Edge anymore. He is just now a Edge.
Imagine.
Or
if,
no,
like,
he's not a Edge. He is the Edge again.
He's the Edge. Yeah.
Imagine like the Sting and the Police. Anyway.
Yes. Anyways, hey, we got a lot of fun stuff going on here. You guys can support the show. Hey, you can communicate with us on our social medias, Wrestling Mayhem Show or at Mayhem Show, across most platforms, as well as our email address.
Good times. Oh wow.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. That was good. That was good. Nice and squeaky. And also, you can support us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. We usually get a little bit get in the weeds. Maybe we'll have Ryan read a book
That'd be
this
fun.
week or something.
You can send me straight cash to my Cash App and my Venmo. I am Rad Trash Dad on everything.
But
Please love me.
But do that after you go to patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. So thank you to our Patreon supporters over there, including our friends at the Fan of the Show level. Wait a minute. There it is. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, and Tupac family. And at the Poppy Club level, Dave Prof Ponder, Spouse of Ruth Julia Fair at RuthJuliaFair.com, and Rats in the Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, The Riz, and Lance Fisher. And at the manager level, Bradley. You guys support the show too. Have me say something weird for you here in this segment at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Ryan Zane.
Yeah.
Trash Daddy, Rad Trash Dad.
I call myself all of those things. And
yes.
Go, okay, that's fine.
Yes. I will not screw up your title again.
I don't care.
I misspelled them on something
cool.
recently, so
There
it
was an extra
happens.
Y.
I was tired. I was trying to get it in before New Year's Eve.
Sorg,
you know,
you do
That's
so
that's
fucking
everybody
much.
at New Year's
Yes.
Eve.
Yeah.
spelling is not one of them. That's
Yeah.
why I've been leaning into AI lately.
Can we do a lower third that says like in my like it won't be a dumpster fire as like the short name. It'll be like just ordered at Starbucks, and we'll just like fuck my name up like RY, call me Rinzen,
Rinzen?
Yeah, just like just
Rinzen.
ordered at Starbucks, and that's what it would say on my cup. We don't have to
Rinzen.
do that.
RYNZIN.
Oh yeah, Z. Let's put the
Okay.
Y in there.
All right,
Yeah,
I gotta write this
Okay,
down.
hold on. So yeah, because he usually does that, but while we're out, I mean, we could test run it now, and let's see. There you go. There you go.
There.
and in the description, if the description can run.
And description is just description.
Yeah. Description.
We didn't even fill it out.
Are you familiar with the Key and Peele sketch, the East West Bowl?
I am not.
Oh my
I
goodness.
am not.
So-
I'm learning so much how not cultured I am this
That's
week.
cool. Nah, what? I don't know, whatever. But it's really funny. So they like introduce dudes in like a college football all-star game, and the names just get like when they're doing the green screen introductions, like, oh, I'm Ryan Zane from whatchamacallit University. They escalate in absurdity. Please check it out. It's very funny. We should name more guys after the things in that sketch.
Okay.
Wingdings, online classes. I'm going to spoil a lot of Endgame ones. God, homeschool. But it's a good sketch. It's a good
I mean,
show.
there's also the best player on that team was Fudge.
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 Watch more TV, guys. Don't read books. I know I said that on Thursday Night Fights a couple weeks ago, but you don't have to. It's fine. I'm doing all right.
I didn't even. You know how much? I don't think you realize how much I do not pay attention. Like I'm paying attention in the moment. There's no retention.
I do too many fine details.
I don't even know what matches happen at the show most of the time.
That's good.
Like I went back and
How do I get in your
rewatched a
mindset?
couple of shows. I rewatched a couple of matches from a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like, this is really good. What do you
Right.
mean I filmed this?
Yeah,
you
like,
know.
Well, in the moment you're at work, so
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah.
trying to get the best shot, and you're not really watching the flow of how that's going. I
What was it?
understand.
Will Ospreay and Tanahashi from Silicon Valley, Battle in the Valley this past year. Not Valley. It was Resurgence, and I'm just like, I directed that show.
Yeah, but
I
going
don't
back
remember this match at all.
Yeah,
so
you need to take like time back and watch it.
Absolutely.
differently. That's so fun.
So there's kind of like a thing where I'm going back and like rewatching things I worked on in the last 2 years, and just like that realization, you know.
I had the chance to watch like TNF, and I wasn't there on Thursday, and
Mm-hmm.
fucking loved it. But I wasn't like in my head thinking about my own thing to do or whatever was going on around me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real good show. Marco and Reese, just like it was so fun. It was such a good action match, and I don't know. Yeah, go watch that. I'm already plugging stuff.
Look
Go-
at that!
go
Look at that!
watch
We
match.
barely talked about him,
I'm
and
so
he's
good at
already
this
plugging
shit.
stuff. So, anyways, you are something of I don't know. I'll use Renaissance Man on this one
Okie dokie.
because I've seen you. I think I've seen you do everything but hold a camera. In the last year that I've been with 880 Wrestling,
Yeah,
so
it's been a minute since I did that even, but I did. I helped like film a show when I was like young. I think I working on it? No, but like
I love the idea of somebody holding the camera and then also working the show.
dude,
Reese Hayes.
yeah, rad. He's so fucking talented.
Oh,
There are so
fuck
many
yeah! I need to
dudes-
watch this new movie.
There are so many
put
dudes
out.
like, people, I should say, that come through 880 Wrestling who individually in their lives are like incredibly talented human beings and like kind and good people. And yeah, Reese Hayes gets my stamp all around. Good boy, Reese Hayes.
But this is about you.
Sorry, yeah.
So no, but you've done commentary. You popped up as a referee a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And also, I
that's
can't
fun.
keep track of all your names.
That's cool. I'll go through them. And when I ref, let me see if I can get this whole thing. The Honorable County Sheriff, the Junior Double Official, Walter Fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually wear like a soccer kit, because that's what's around. And I don't do this often. I'm trying to switch over to like shorts too. You know?
As the referee,
Yeah.
kind of like that guy. What was it, Slick Johnson that used to
Slick
be
Johnson.
on TNA?
Slick Johnson.
Yeah,
Thank you. I was trying to reference that when I was like talking about wearing shorts.
yeah.
Last time I was, in the stripes, and for some reason I said short sleeve Samson. It was just like the S alliteration was getting me, and that's totally different dude.
Yeah, that's
Totally different dude.
I think that is a midget wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, from
Sure
WrestleMania
is.
3.
Sure is, and his name is Short Sleeve. It's
Yeah.
fucking adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Walty Fumbles. I was on commentary because I kind of like broke my ankle a little bit in June. A little bit. It was fine. the doctor was like, I hesitate to call this a break, and I was like, would you please? It sounds tough, but I couldn't fucking walk for a couple of weeks for sure. I was doing commentary as Odie Bowser, and just for funsies, because we all like to do funny things, but this is inappropriate. The pseudonym is the Private Browser, Odie Bowser. Assume what you will about that behavior, but I just think it's funny and it rhymes. It gets you thinking.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
It's really provocative. And then, you know, like, I'm the dumpster fire Ryan Zane. I've been wrestling for a while, if you want to call it that. Also, my standards are like, they don't meet my action, but like, sure, yeah, I'm a pro wrestler. I did it.
At what point did you decide I'm going to have people throw trash at me? And actually, is that a new thing for 880, or is that something that's always been a part of this?
Yeah, no, that's
new. You come out, you hit the side, and everybody throws trash at you.
Dude, I love it. Also, if I can just, like, before I get into the where and when, that's like every week that happens, that's like 5 seconds of like unmitigated dopamine that just gets to hit my system, and like
it's super fan interaction.
I love
there.
it. Yeah. It's like
that's your streamer moment.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like it's streamers, which I've felt before in other environments. It feels great, but like there's something also about bringing my recyclables and being like, do you guys get it? Do you get the bit? I'm trash, but you love me, right? Good. And so as long as like my big fear, and so now that I'm putting it out there, it's like my Chekhov's brick. Is it someone's gonna throw a fucking brick? Like someone who dislikes me in real life will be like, fuck this guy, because everyone's flawed a little bit. Or like a bottle, like someone gets the wrong idea and throws hard trash. I'm like, look, all this? No, please no. I still have all my teeth. I'm so pretty. Don't do that. Throw the trash I bring. That's how I recycle. Yeah,
that's some good reuse.
But that's my recycling.
It's for the environment.
Yeah,
yes.
I rinse it. I grabbed a couple of cans around one time, and people were like, would you rinse your trash? And I was like, shit, it's got to be mine every time. It needs to be authentic.
Yeah.
I came up with that this year. Yeah, I'd been toying with the idea like dumpster fire, maybe over like quarantine. I was thinking about wrestling again. I like remember I stopped drinking for a spell and was like, maybe I could do that instead. Like when things get back to normal-ish. And like that's when I started thinking about like, well, what am I? Or like, what's a thing that could be identifiable? And a lot of people were like kind of saying that in particular about themselves. Like we were all like struggling around that time, I'm sure. And I felt it. And I also had tights with flames on them already, which helped. But I was like already feeling like trash as a guy, which we aren't. I'm not. I'm pretty all right. But sometimes we feel that way. Where was I going with that? The trash is just streamers. I thought it would be a lot of fun, and it is. It turns out I love it. People like it too, I think.
Excellent. I'm trying to queue up. YouTube is being so bunked today for some reason.
That's a shame.
It's like doing that skipping kind of thing. So what would we do this somewhere else then? I was hoping. Well, I was trying to pull up your match with Soul Taker.
Yeah.
Which was the highlight. I think
that's kind of like where I brought that all back.
That was your introduction.
That was the intro.
Because you came out and I'm like, who the literally I'm looking at the board. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? And you're like, this guy that's been here the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck?
Me. Yeah.
You know, listen. I show up at the 880. I don't know any of these trainees.
You're in the zone.
There's a lizard guy that shows up. There's a trash guy. There's a Soul Taker's following me everywhere. You know, I'm really disoriented. It's the greatest and scariest place all at the same time.
I've never been more nerve-wracked than sitting in the stairwell while Soul Taker was explaining his government name. And
we won't get into it. Look it up on the internet.
It not being discussed ahead of time.
Yeah, you can look up Soul Taker versus Ryan Zane on IndieWrestling.us for free.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you can see me smash up my ankle. I had to do it. I did that for all of you. I saved your souls. Jewel prophesized what I did that night, and you can watch it on IndieWrestling.us. But maybe just like skip to the bell. Maybe just skip to my entrance.
Okay.
If we should get the timestamp on that. Riz, can you help us out with the timestamp on my entrance?
On your entrance?
Yeah, we need to isolate. Okay. Oh, we really do need to isolate and reuse Soul Taker shouting, "Bitch, give me my shovel" to Tatiana and her doing it. That shit's hilarious. Come on.
To be honest,
everything else he said that was fucked.
If he starts yelling at me like that, I would get his shovel.
Yeah, he's big. I can't believe. Yeah, I had to resort to some like shady tactics even to pull up the win. You know, I had to be smart. I had to use my wrestler's IQ that I keep getting complimented on, and I don't know why. These 5 brain cells, stop.
I don't know where I was going from that.
I hijacked the show by being.
Well,
pretty.
I'm trying to fix YouTube so I can show some of these clips too.
Sorry.
So
let me construct my narrative that I hijacked.
yeah,
the show by
let's
being
work on
pretty,
that.
though.
Let's work on that. So
Let's work on.
jeez. Sorry, the Soul Taker just completely threw me off.
Yeah, it throws everyone
as
off.
you do, as
That's
you
what
do.
he does.
Yeah, so that like
At least
that's unfortunate. Can I just say that it's unfortunate?
But it gets a rise, and it's it gets. I love when he's trying to get Sean Collar to say his name.
That's fun. That's fun. I guess afterward, that's fine. I think oh God, if I could direct that, I'd have him give him a card that says his real name. And Sean Collier's like, no, I
Oh
can't.
yeah, that's good.
But he said it anyway. And who am I to say? Like, who am I? Who are you? Riz, who would you be to tell the Soul Taker that he can't tell us his name?
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
I
was informed by a friend who came to see the match, and I warned them ahead of time because I remember what he used to go by. I just didn't know it was going to be like this. Damn, we're going long on Soul Taker. This is going to be my enduring legacy.
That's fine.
I have one other post-match story about it, but yeah, they were like, so, fuck. They said, I hesitate to say that you beat the Soul Taker's government name. And then I went, no, I vanquished the Soul Taker. She was just like, no, I can say that. And I was like, but I can't say that. So, haha, they really got me sweating there. And smash my ankle up. There he is. Mm-hmm. There he is. Mute the audio.
Mm-hmm. It's muted.
Yeah, there was like, I don't like, and like something I said in my promo leading up to this was like, I called Soul Taker a race baiting weirdo, and I mean it. Like, I genuinely mean that. Like, you don't need to, if that's what you need to do for relevancy, damn it, that sucks. Here I am not seeing that he's right next to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then seeing that he's right next to you. There you go. There you go. That was so this was the debut.
Well, I had done a couple of like spots, like just to like test it out and see how it felt. Like I remember I did the taping that Limitless was doing in Maine. Like I went on a trip with some buddies out of nowhere and was just like, I'll do this match, and like begged some dude like, can I just like have a match? Because it had been so long, and I really needed to spin my wheels and like kind of like get the I don't know what to say. Get out from under like a cloud. And there was that. I did one at MV's like Polyam Cult parties, and the Battle Royal, and something else before like moving to Pittsburgh and really like wrestling again regularly. Goodness gracious. So I break my ankle in that match. Haha, tee-hee-hee, ha-ha-ha. And then like keep wrestling like 6 or 7 minutes. Just being like, oh, I feel funny. And because I wanted to be Macho Man, so I jumped off the top rope to the floor, and it turns out not enough Slim Jims. So I get to the back, I'm getting taped up, and someone, nice guy, love him, goes, that was a really good last match. And I still think that's really funny. Now, yeah, not naming names, but like later on, maybe like two days later, I was crutching around at a club, and I was told, it must suck to like do that for nothing. And like, how fucking rude.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is the thing that I'm really bothered by this thing. Like Cowpoke Polk had a thing where he went through chairs, and they're like, this guy made like $20 to do this kind of thing. You know,
so many people saw that spot.
And there's quote unquote wrestling fans, right? You know, and they're talking about, you know, oh, you know, sucks that you did this for $20, or, you know, looking at, you know, death matches, or just hardcore stuff, or, you know, like, weird stuff or something like that. And
from my perspective, I do this to get out of the house. I do this for like love of the game. If money was on the line, I'd probably be really stressed out and like not into it too much. And then, you know, like flash money in front of my face and then see what I say. But like, yeah, I'm just having fun, just being a silly little guy. So like to diminish that as like, and then call me your brother. Maybe not, I guess. Like, sucks. Why would we do that?
No,
why can't we be friends? Plays loudly in the foreground of the locker room.
No, absolutely. I think it goes to the toxicity conversation we were having last week. What's that? Yeah, okay. I see. We just system of it down. Well, we have some more to talk about, including I want to talk about your storytelling. Because I was really impressed with the storytelling that happened in a match a couple of weeks ago that we got to film, and it was very special. I just want to get some background on this match because I really enjoyed it. I saw what you were preparing in the back, and I was like, this is gonna be fucking magical, and damn it was, and it's one of my favorite matches of the night of some pretty tremendous stuff.
I'm a blush.
Yeah, well, you did that night, not just on your face cheeks. But anyways,
okay.
One comment was more man ass. On the video.
Yeah,
Anyways, you can check out all of this, all of Ryan Zane and everybody else's antics over at IndieWrestling.us. Especially these are free on Indie Wrestling Network. You can catch over 50 editions of 880 Wrestling for free. That includes the Thursday night fights as well as the big shows, the no ring shows, the Unholy Holidays, the Bar Exam, David Lawless, the Casey Wars Retribution, all those big shows.
The upcoming Gannon Jones Jr. All-Star Weekend? Is that
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is. That is happening.
Yeah, big Gannon Jones versus MV Young main event, I think.
Absolutely. That's going to be a blast. So you can check out all of that for streaming free. And I know we're getting a lot of people tuning in over there at IndieWrestling.us, YouTube and network, and the Facebook, the Twitch, all that kind of stuff. Just like how we're streaming here tonight for this over on IndieWrestling.us, as well as our Wrestling Mayhem show outlets. So wherever you guys want to catch your wrestles. So, anyways, one of those things you can check over at the IndieWrestling.us YouTube is this tremendous match with yourself and Cowpoke Paul. And I was going to say...
This was a great way to close the year for me, honestly.
Well, yes.
Definitely there was some alignment of the stars and planets.
This was...
causing us all to act fucking crazy.
For those on audio, can you explain just kind of the cliff notes of this match and the visuals they're about to see?
All right, so Cowpoke Paul's waiting for me to walk out. Strictly, I'm waiting for 58... Oh, pardon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're getting some distance
to be down
there.
The hall.
There you go.
I'm waiting for 58 seconds of Michelle Branch to start playing or finish up before I make my entrance. In the back, mind you, I'm walking up to everyone, grabbing them by the shoulders and going, 58 seconds of Michelle Branch. Now I'm here and I see Paul, and there's some backstory to this, and we have to lay it out, right?
Yeah, There's a lot of dialogue here at this point.
I'm still making my entrance. I'm important.
You
I'm
are wearing
gorgeous.
You're wearing the loveliest dress. You have pigtails.
I learned this was a maxi dress, and so I've wanted to do this since the summer, but
this is educational.
I broke my ankle saving your souls, and so Paul wants to fight me, and basically what I'm explaining is like I know we spent the holidays together. Paul and
I want to explain the makeup job because I watched that being applied in the back. That was some major. That was like backstage WWE level makeup work.
Thanks. I applied with my thumb. So basically, like I explained that we spent the holidays together. Deep cut reference for y'all down at Ram Ranch. Do your own research. And I realized that Paul gave me these boots. Those are my cowboy boots on Christmas Day. And the very next day I gave his heart away because I'm a slut. And it's okay. I'm not shaming. I know who I am. I'm a floozy. It's life or art imitating life. So I just want to make it up to Paul. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm remorseful. I don't want to fight. I just want to work it out. And so I got Paul a belated holiday gift. I'm just asking if he'd ride my pony one last time. And you can see the reaction.
It is a small pony rocking horse.
Yeah.
For those on audio.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to make it up to Paul because I broke his heart with all that ass. And now Paul's reflecting, and because this is me love bombing Paul, because I'm a narcissistic lover. And I want to pull him in for another ride. We could fix this. I'm letting Paul know that really, I feel like I'm giving too much away, but these are really good lines. I'm informing Paul of exactly why I brought knee pads tonight. It's not okay. It's not to wrestle.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I missed that line.
Yeah. I mean, again, you're producing a show, so Paul's like getting the approval of the audience. Like, is it cool? Should I get back with her? And now he's giving us a ride, and Paul's gonna. This is like the most docile commentary for this insane visual. Now Paul's gonna give us a spin, and I'm telling Paul, give him a yeehaw, Paul, give the people what they want. And then, like any woman I've ever loved, I'm
sensing some projection.
Absolutely,
here.
absolutely. I'm just kidding too. I'm joking. But yeah, I roped him back in to hurt him again, and now the fight is on. I'm a liar, and I've hurt Cowpoke Paul. Oh, but he's not going to stand for it. And I'm going to sweetly sell my entire ass off.
Yes. Yeah. The ass is
It's prominent. It's prominent.
It's
I
very
did a lot of
prominent.
squats early on.
It's getting some fans on the internet in the comments.
It sucks that at 34 years old, and I'll put my age out there. It was my birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And at 34, that I'll start my customs career is wild.
Mm-hmm.
But here I am in the elder customs community.
There you go.
I'm not really. I don't have any plans or anything going on. I'm just joking.
But if anyone wants to make an offer, hit him up on his Twitter. Oh, he's considering it.
Oh, yeah, nothing until it's in the DMs. Like, I'm not gonna look out for that. When I moved here first, someone from like the Midwest did like reach out for like my used clothing, and that's the first time ever that I'd experienced that. But I really felt like back in the business, Yeah,
That's what really sold you back
That's
here.
what made
You're
it
just
real
like,
again.
yes.
yeah.
That's what makes it real to you, right?
Yeah. Damn it.
I think that is an interesting question of, we have a lot of younger talent at some of these promotions here, and I wonder at what point do the
Creeps come out?
I wasn't going to say it that way.
Immediately.
But the fans. Let's say the super fans, the very invested fans, the DM fans, let's call them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, like at what point does that come up? Does that get covered in the training? Do you?
It didn't. You know what? That's great. Like, social media ethics in the first place would be like a great thing to study. I wish we'd talk about more like public facing and business.
There should be that. I've been advocating that for years.
Like, at the same point, like, if you want that, like, go to your local community college and like pay for a course and figure it out yourself. But like, realistically, I think there's a place for that for sure. Just to kind of introduce people to business ethics and like how to properly market yourself and really how to contact promoters and offer yourself up as a viable option, how to pitch even a story, or I don't know, do business,
or not pitch a story when it's not appropriate.
Yeah,
things like that, right?
So I don't know.
Yeah,
no one was there telling me how to do business. I just like fucked around and found out, which explains might explain the lovely position I'm in, but that also has to do with every choice I've ever made. Yeah,
it is interesting. I do, working on some Facebook pages, I see some of the messages coming through, and I'm just like, who wrote this? Right?
Oh yeah.
But
like
also,
a basic English writing.
I mean,
skills
who of us
before.
has not awkwardly messaged, a potential employer? Like, what do I say here? I don't know. Please hire me. What it is what it boils down to, right?
Yeah, just me begging GameStop as a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, Spencer Gifts, please.
I really think like before clearing all that, so many people could benefit from just like seeking a therapist before getting into professional wrestling. And I had done that in my youth, but I could have used it at the time when I was starting out. I'm doing it now, but really like settling up with yourself and who you are as a person before you get into like building this persona and character that you're playing, that like you personally get your feelings hurt when people criticize, or like when it doesn't go perfectly well. Like, like finding personal balance first before doing this, I think, is super important. And that may come in the form of like making sure you have a steady job first, making sure like you're speaking to a mental health professional, because you're going to meet some people in pro wrestling, and and you're going to find out some things about yourself, and like that's going to happen inevitably in life. But like, in the business,
it gets kind of supercharged when you're in this. And also, is, I think anybody that's in public facing entertainment, right?
She's
like, I mean, pro wrestling is unique, but also not unique in this, right?
It's showbiz, baby.
It is showbiz, you know? I mean, I just saw Jason Momoa is getting a divorce.
Who gives a shit? But I did used to pitch myself as like Wish.com Jason Momoa to chicks. So
There you go.
mean,
See,
like,
this rolls around, right?
Yeah. Well, no wonder the market's up right now. No,
There you go. There you go. You know, you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Sorg. No, I don't want to. I don't want to mislead you. No, we're not getting our ponytails intertwined.
No, what? No, I meant with her. I mean, it's just
Wait, with who? Jason Momoa?
no, with Momoa, whoever Momoa is
Oh,
just broke
Momoa's
up
ex.
with.
Oh,
Yes.
true. We're both vulnerable right now.
There you go. Opportunity.
Yeah, no. I understand my pitch too. It's like, yeah, you couldn't tame him, right? But could you tame like an eighth of him?
Hello. He is very tall. I saw him walk across a parking lot in the strip one time. He is a very large human.
I bet.
So-
he just looks kind of ideal. Did they have him be Tarzan yet? It
I
feels
think
like-
I think they did while he was Aquaman.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I could miss that.
Yeah, that was yeah.
We're gonna talk about wrestling, but we're gonna talk about pretty boys because doesn't that kind of what wrestling
It
is
all
about?
goes with this show.
It's the same. It's just
That's-
a giant.
that's why you
circle.
have
It's
me here.
fine.
That's exactly. Anyways, but no, I think isn't that a novel wrestling school concept? Is you get, and I think there's media training and video and promo work coming around it, but
Yeah.
there needs to be kind of a business course,
I think so.
and there is I love the thing I get from somebody else that's like every company's a media company now, which means every wrestler is a company, therefore you're all a media company. Right. So how do you deal with that? How do you handle? How do you
self-value?
You can't all be Reese Hayes.
No, nobody can.
Ain't
but,
that
like,
right?
How do you self-valuate? And I guess it's like however much you make of yourself. But like, I don't know. I've been involved in some form for the past like 13 years, give or take the time I took off. Cuts me about like 2 years, 2 to 5, because it was really light. I still wouldn't know what to like if someone was like, "What's your rate?" I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm like really excited to wrestle.
Hey, welcome.
It'd be great to break even. It'd be incredible to break even.
Welcome to being a small business.
Yeah, well, like
Because-
it's like my hobby though, like business. Yeah, but at the same time, like I like putting like a small business amount of effort into it.
It's like you're.
Like I'm trying to do more video stuff. Sorry, I don't mean to overrun.
No, it's okay.
And because I used to do that, like I used to do a vlog. Yeah. When I
Oh,
was
how
like,
young bucks of you!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was like year 1, year 2, which would have been for me, 2011, 2012. I was doing like a YouTube vlog called Push Start because I really wanted to be Scott Pilgrim real bad, but I didn't realize the implications of being a shitty boyfriend. And now I'm 34 and like single. So
That new series really spelled that out.
oh, did they make it clear in the
Oh,
anime?
they made it very clear in the new one.
I made it clear in life. And then I added video game aesthetics to my little like promos and stuff, which like to my own credit, like people in the area weren't doing at the time. And I wanted promo time. I had to make it myself, and that's kind of how I did it. And like old heads were skeptical. I remember like coming up in many like old boys clubs, but shit was working. Yeah. So like yeah, you have to do that. You have to like figure out some form of Photoshop and like Adobe Premiere, and you need to, or like some video editing suite, and like work on making that stuff yourself because you don't have like, was it David Saadi? You don't have these guys at your disposal. You're it. And so if you want that kind of attention, you have to like you have to take extra time and do media work, and like also then be a public nuisance, which like I know I'm good on socials, but I kind of hate like putting myself out there.
Shima Zion now Walkin' Wild did designs, including the original Ring of Honor logo, which he did for a contest. Lee Moriarty edited his videos in After Effects, to which I replied, "Why do you hate yourself?" and there's that. And then also when we did one social media for a school session, he was the one asking questions.
That's so cool.
So, and you see where that's gone.
Yeah.
So like
He's another like brilliant, multi-talented dude.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Like, that's a clear genius, like in my opinion.
creatively, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like creatively, yes. also like emphatically in wrestling. I think he's great.
Absolutely, and obviously getting some pretty cool places, in great company with Shane Taylor right now over there on the Ring of Honor / AEW product, of course. He's one that's going to pop up here. You know, he I think it's inevitable he gets the Daniel Garcia treatment in the near future. You know, like he's that kind of wrestler.
Yeah, just competing in like, I'd like to see more long form like world title matches in the future, and I think like the young roster that's coming up there, who are like already ready to do hour-long matches and do incredible feats of technical wrestling and striking, and like I think Lee has a particular involvement of like lucha libre and his technique that's super cool to see. Absolutely. He's so smooth. He is just like the ocean under the moon.
He would do. There's a fantastic bit. I think it's one of the highlights or something we have, where he does the flying off the rope kind of elbow to the back of your head sitting thing. He was doing to Shirley Doe at Rise a few years ago, and I'm just like,
Shirley Doe is a name I haven't heard in so fucking long.
Wow. Yes.
I'm new here. I haven't even been here a year yet. But
yes, a good friend of the show, Shirley Doe. Did some fantastic stuff with, especially with Lee and Noir and the guys, and Derek Direction, Dillinger, whatever his name is these days, back then with Grindhouse. Absolutely great. I have no transition.
Yeah, no, just like some wrestlers are really fucking good, and it's sweet. Hell yeah, keep going. keep making good matches for me to watch.
And because I was kind of thinking about the way you were kind of putting it, and to amend my your own business thing. Yeah, that's okay if it's an Etsy shop.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying wrestlers start an Etsy shop, but I mean, this is my hobby size, small, like my weekend thing, you know, I just want to be here and do this thing. Like, that's okay. It is. Know.
It so is.
Like it's completely, like, not everybody, there's only so many spots.
Yeah, that too. Like, I feel like a small sense of guilt when I'm doing it for my vanity, when I like reach out at 880 and I go, hey, like, you got anything for me this week? I'd like to wrestle. Because, like, it's for the kids.
It is.
Like, and when I say the kids, like, these guys, you know, range in age, and these women, like, they're all, like, adults, but the kids to me, because they're all, like, year 0 and 1. It's so gosh darn crazy. It's so goddamn crazy what, like, MV's done with these guys in, like, a year or less. Just that. I'm rambling right now. But, yeah, like, this is like my special interest. Like, it's my hobby trains, if you understand. And so like sometimes I'm just like, do I have to put myself out there? This could be someone else's match or time, but I want to do it real bad. That's it. That's just me venting.
That's fine. That's what this show's for. That's it.
Over. This is therapy now. Except I got that on Friday, so
there you go. And I'm here. Like, Joe Dombrowski's been talking about the therapy over the last year for him, because he's been doing a lot of that.
More men should be doing
right.
In
Exactly.
general, watch the Barbie movie, listen, cry like I did.
And Joe's somebody with a platform, so I love that he's been putting that out there like that, right? Yeah. So you know, while he's putting out new Von Erich's content. So
true. Yeah. Oh man, that's a dichotomy of content,
isn't it?
Please take care of yourself. Here's the most fucking depressing story you've ever heard in your life.
I feel like he started working on Von Erich back catalog about a year ago, and that's when he started therapy. We need to go. I don't know why I hit there.
Just more sword face.
Yes.
More beautiful swords. I met Dombrowski when I was like helping out at CZW, mostly doing Dojo Wars, but he like kind of taught me how to put a headset on and do commentary, because I was trying like to do that there. I remember doing like half of a gig, I think, with Joe, and like, it was very nice, and like, that's it. I just wanted to say nice things about him and like bring that up and drop his name, be like, I met that guy once.
Yeah,
he was super helpful.
I'm used to people saying nice things about Joe Dombrowski. They obviously didn't share a car with them like I have.
Oh god, so. Big farter. Was Joe Dombrowski?
I will not confirm or deny.
I'm sorry if you're
the flatulence of Joe Dombrowski.
if you catch wind of this, Joe, I'm just being a silly little guy.
Nobody
if you even remember me,
nobody tag him.
Didn't have the long hair.
No, he's a long time travel buddy for me. So actually got me some of my first breaks. So
he's been. I feel like he's been around a very long time. Like
he's very. I think. Well, he just celebrated his 20 years.
Amazing.
So yeah, we all gathered and ate too much meat together downtown. So,
Hell yeah.
like as you do, right? It was pretty
Hell yeah.
fantastic, and you know, I got to watch somebody fanboy Sam Adonis, you know,
Cool.
over a
Good for him.
stick of meat. It's such a strange, you know, in your book of territories, as you do. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, you can check out everything going on. Hey, you know, let's flip it around. Actually, you were talking about this with Riz a little bit. Some Dungeons and Dragons in action. We do have Top Rope Tabletop coming up here this Friday here in the studio, right over there. Actually, it's going to be. So you just turn the cameras and you'll see the empty space that will be filled by dice and minifigs and wrestlers playing Dungeons and Dragons. So you can tune in there. That's going to be around about 7 p.m. on the IndieWrestling.us streaming platforms for free. So you can please join us with that. And but you know what? It's enough me talking about that. How about we have Keith Hott tell us what you've been missing so you can prepare for this Friday.
The Bearcat.
My new god.
That's right.
Hello everyone, Dungeon Master Bearcat Keith Hott here. And previously on Top Rope Tabletop, the gang has found themselves in the dock city of Moran, a city divided by rich and poor. The poor district is constantly being attacked by underwater creatures, and the whole city is being ruled by a tyrant. The tyrant is an enemy of our owl and rogue Drew, and also by proxy, Kristen. Unfortunately, in a confrontation, the cleric Kristen has perished. Drew was also left unconscious in the ground. What'll happen next for adventurers? Well, find out on Friday, 7 o'clock. Top Tabletop is back. We'll see you all soon.
Relive VCW Road to Victory now on IndieWrestling.us. The rivalry between Patrick Hayes and Wilbur Whitlock intensifies as the loser leaves VCW contract is signed in blood. The most violent contest in VCW history. Madman Pondo and Shadow WX tear the building apart against Cowpoke Paul and the Beastman. Finally, it will be decided who will control VCW, Nick West or the Gavel David Lawless. All the action from VCW Road to Victory available now on IndieWrestling.us and the Indie Wrestling Network.
That's right. Mayhem Mania starts again January 23rd. Riz, what's that reaction? Are you okay over there?
It's made.
That means I have to start making matches.
Yes,
and
you have to start making matches.
And then my matches are going to get taken away. And then
It's all about the triumph and the heartache of Mayhem Mania, the thought experiment,
get
the
it.
Wrestling
You
Mayhem
don't
Show
get it.
thought
No.
experiment, the
You don't get it,
heartbreak,
Sorg.
the angst.
What's happening? I'm so scared. Please stop fighting. You're ruining my birthday. What's Mayhem Mania?
Mayhem Mania is a thought experiment where we try to say, hey, what if we were Vince McMahon with unlimited resources, and can we make the best? Yeah, like that.
Best shit.
The best shit ever. I don't know. Now I guess we're Triple H. I don't know if we have to amend
I
this
don't
for this
know.
year, but
Okay. Yeah.
we I have been having talks. It sounds like we are gonna. The original host of Mayhem Mania should be returning this year.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So
Nice. I have a nice little story with him. So that's good.
you have what?
I have a story that, is going to play out this year. So, it's going to be fun.
What do you mean you have a story that's going to play out? Are you pre-planning Mayhem Mania?
Oh, I am.
So it is we make the matches, and then every week you can make changes to the matches, and that's where the heartbreak comes in. That's where the real fun happens.
Because there are going to be some cuts. Some people aren't going to get their
Some
payday.
cuts.
Their
People
Mania
aren't- yeah, that's
payday.
right. That's right. You're going to make a match.
There's also Space Jail.
There's Space Jail.
What?
A Space Jail is where you
Space
put
Jail.
people that are that cannot be booked for the rest of the thing, but it's okay
Canceled.
because it's a minimum security. No, no, not canceled.
Oh, okay.
Not canceled.
Okay.
No, no, it doesn't start
Well,
with. It
sometimes
doesn't.
there's
it-
didn't we
I
put
mean,
somebody in Super
sometimes
Space Jail at
sometimes
one
I'm
they
the
throw canceled people into Space Jail just so they don't fuck around.
Yeah, that can happen.
It happens, but it's a minimum security Space Jail, and some of them may get out via a spin of the wheel or a space. Hasn't there been a get out of Space Jail free pass sometimes?
been.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
been a lot of rules in
Yeah,
Mayhem
yeah.
Mania.
There's a lot of there's a gimmick week. There's a and of course if you're on Patreon, of course you'll get fabulous options as part of Mayhem Mania. That's usually when things get really interesting, like a deceased Andre the Giant in a 6-man match.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
very Fire Pro of you. You know Fire
It was
Pro?
very. I know Fire
Yes.
Pro. I'm
Fire
very
Pro.
aware of Fire Pro. I have definitely have that one in the collection. So, anyways, that is where was I going to go from this? What shit? Oh, Riz.
Wrestle Kingdom Sword.
Oh, so I was going to gush about Japanese wrestling a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you? Now we got you.
I didn't catch it actually. I do love just catching clips from and Wrestle Kingdom's always a big event. It's also bucket list traveling for me to go my. Yeah, it's kind of my birthday week, so I'd love to go over there and see the show and a couple other shows around it. Eat and then
Is there
feel like I'm in a Yakuza game or a dragon game.
I was about to ask.
One
Is there,
night I'm gonna wear a nice suit and walk. I'm not gonna cause any trouble.
you can get a Ribera jacket.
I'm gonna do karaoke.
You can reenact some Yakuza video
Yeah.
game spots.
I'm just gonna do as many mini games from the Yakuza game. Not the
According
fighting.
everything I learned about Japan.
Whoa! I get on one episode of the show.
Hey, I learned from Yakuza games, and so
I see what you did. I see how that happened.
where's the soap room castle thing? Anyways, so
You're good. You're good.
I was just about to ask. I'm like, so is there a Japanese collective? But then I realized I also subscribed to Wrestle Universe,
Yeah.
and there was a New Year's show that happens in Noah, on the
TJPW.
2nd.
Yeah.
TJPW had a big show,
I'm sure
and those are the
DDT
things
did
I'm about to talk about because I watched all of them this year. So because
didn't
I
tell
was
me.
just I can't get enough. I watched 4 Japanese wrestling shows, 5 within the last week.
Are you okay?
I'm loving it.
Okay.
I'm
good,
loving it. I love Japanese
More than
wrestling.
okay.
I love Japanese wrestling. I really think so.
What stood out from TJPW? If I went to watch that show, 2 or 3
I'm
matches.
so glad you
Yeah,
asked.
yeah, because
'Cause
Joshi's great. Here
I
we go.
love it.
Yeah.
First of all, I already was ready to tune in because somebody we used to film in the area when they came around, Max the Impaler is a part of it, and which is fantastic.
Big fan.
Because nobody in TJPW is like Max.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no one
it's
in
a
wrestling, I think, is
lot
like
of
Max the
fun.
Impaler.
It's so great. And I'm trying to find the clip. So I am sorry. I am never catch anybody's names in these things. Joe just had a clip. Joe just had this one at the one with the bike. Hyper
Begins with an M.
Yeah, Miss Maso or something like that is coming around with the bike, and this is the thing where they're at I think it is Kerrigan Hall, and there's a kaiju castle, which is a pyramid of chairs, folding chairs with a bunch of Godzillas and kaijus on it, and I just know the girl with the tail.
Is that Gamera?
No, it's not Gamera. I don't know what that is. And here comes Hyper with the bike and crashes into the snack bar, which they put over on commentary.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the snack bar is not even phased.
Yeah, they're just still setting up.
If you look back in the back, they're just.
But
there.
also, as they reference in a lot during the show, Kurgan Hall has seen a lot of professional wrestling over the years. A lot of interesting. I believe some of the stuff I see at Stranglemania might be at Kurgan Hall in retrospect. With Chainsaw Charlie and FNW and Mick Foley and like all those classic things you hear about, like a lot of that probably happens there. And also related, also strangely related, Super Hentai was wearing a Godzilla singlet on Saturday night here in Pittsburgh. Sorry, it was the next thing in my thing. It's just going through videos.
That's okay.
Now. It's
I'm so
strange.
happy that Super Hentai exists as a wrestler and that he named himself that.
He did not.
And let me have this.
Okay.
Please don't tell Super Hentai that I need to have that he named himself this, and 2 that he's like still rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just remember like booking him a lot in my Adam Ryland booking simulator games. For any like, Extreme Warfare TEW fans out there. Yeah,
Love it.
I'm one of those.
Love it.
Yeah, and I would just like book him on like, his name's Super Hentai.
I think he went about 10
well-rated.
years in the business before he found out what it meant.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 years to figure out that Ryan Zane spelled the same way, maybe less than that. Well, someone really cool who was a jerk about it pointed out that there was an adult film star named Ryan Zane, same spelling and all that.
Oh, shit.
I didn't think to Google it. I would have been Ryan Z.
So what did we learn from here's an early what did we learn from wrestling this week? Google your gimmick name in advance. Okay.
But like I don't give a shit, like whatever, but the person who found out was a real jerk about it. He was always a real jerk.
Fucking fans.
Oh no, not even. Not a fan at all. Never was.
Anyways, whoa, wife of the show is in the chat room. That's a rarity. Jeez.
What'd she say?
And she said, I know that guy. Which I don't know which one she's talking about here because it doesn't narrow it down here. I don't know.
There's 3 of us here.
Yeah, there's all 3 of us.
I guarantee you don't know who I'm talking about. Oh, wait, do you know the adult film star, Ryan Zane?
She's in California, and maybe
that could be a possibility.
Yeah,
I don't know. She goes and does Japanese shows without me now, so I don't even know what
so
all was
rad.
going in.
I love it. Like I didn't
so
understand.
cool.
I didn't understand the scope of the work you guys do, like, and how much like cool shit you touch and get to do, and how much work you're doing. Like, to me, it was already amazing that you were doing our shows. Like, it's such a sick outlet to have that. One of the reasons I want to wrestle every Thursday is like, yeah, it's right there. It's like it's a free outlet. I immediately get my matches back, like, to watch, to review, to like get better next week, or like try something or see that something didn't work and go, oh, I'm never going to do that again. Which I didn't have 13 years ago. I had it.
Some people don't have it today, from what I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a ton of people don't have that today. But like, yeah, it's a humongous like boon and benefit to be there. I'm just putting you over. I'm just saying thank you, big time. Yeah, it's awesome. I probably wouldn't have known like what was going on, and like wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, like I could try Pittsburgh out and try to wrestle again, like if those shows weren't being produced in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's your fault I'm here. I don't know what that is either.
That's my phone. I reloaded it, so my phone kicked out of mute. So it's you. Thank you, me again. Over there.
It's okay.
That's okay. I just want to hear that again.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait. That's my ringtone when I wake up in the morning now. But anyways,
I got that good voice.
Oh geez. Wild Missy appears a submission series. Ring the bell, says Tina. Oh no, that's right. Missy's on the West Coast with Tina, so I mean they're only probably like 12 hours away from each other. That's how the West Coast works, right?
I mean, that's how the East Coast works.
That's,
too.
yeah,
if you look
yeah.
at Massachusetts to Florida or
That's
some
right.
shit.
It's like just down the seaboard.
But yeah, it's kind of like how California works, like north to south, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's
it's a long state.
It's a long state. Anyways, no, the Wrestle Kingdom was amazing. I always love it because it is like they go all out for it, and some of the Noah shows have been pretty like crazy on production too. Also, if you watch anything on Wrestling Universe that actually has English commentary, they're English.
Mm-hmm. How is it?
It's not bad. It's not as
Are these like native Japanese English speaking commentators?
I don't know, but they have like UK English accents.
Okay,
is what I'm saying.
Cool.
Yeah.
Probably got like Chris Brooks on there, and I think like if it was Noah, I think Chris Brooks is like one of the ones who does gravitate towards commentating and as well as wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He does that for Gato Pro, Choco Pro.
Oh,
Okay.
So I know I knew that from the hours I've watched during the lockdown. It was my go-to
Of Choco Pro. Yeah.
Choco Pro. But yeah, that's probably who it was on there. Could also be Aki, another guy that was on Choco Pro, but it could be a whole bunch of people. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I get nostalgic for native Japanese commentary though on my Japanese pro wrestling, because I guess the first stuff I saw, no one was dubbing the tapes. There was a guy, someone had a public access show in Massachusetts, and they were dubbing like VHSs of Japanese wrestling, and it was just like public access TV. I wish I could like pull what the name of that was, but it was a different time, right? Yeah. Like he was just pirating Japanese wrestling on the public access.
It was public access, and they didn't know or have the ability to check on that.
Yeah, no one was looking at that shit, but I was, because anytime like wrestling came across the screen, of course I had to fucking stop. Had to stop. But like the first tapes I ever got from High Spots were all like New Japan Dragon, like early, not Dragon Gate. What was it before that? Toryumon stuff. That like was so exciting. There's something different about the commentary, and maybe it's just that I can't understand. Like it's when I listen to Buena Vista Social Club and get lost, but like because I don't understand what they're saying. But there's something so like intense and frantic about it that made it, I don't know, wholly more believable.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm still in this match.
That's all good. That's all good.
And I didn't know there was a chat in here, a comment chat that's all in Japanese too.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
It's a wide world.
It's so interesting. And I know like when Mac Harlan's on the show here was first getting into New Japan, they not everything had English commentary even on that platform.
Yeah.
And he had that thing too where he was like kind of loved the Japanese commentary because you got the energy of it, even if you didn't get the details like you did with Kevin Kelly.
There's that one moment a couple years ago, Magnum Tokyo just like let out a holy shit. And I think it's like Kenny Omega springs and does like a drop kick to Ishii on the floor. Maybe it's something like that. That's what's ringing out to me. But just Magnum Tokyo in the Japanese booth, just dropping an English American. Holy shit!
My biggest thing, it was one of the. It's not the thing, but it's one of the things that kind of sold me on watching more New Japan. It was one of the Wrestle Kingdoms that was one of the first that was available to watch in America. Like a year they had like maybe JR or Global Force Wrestling was helping present it or
Like
something like that. Yeah,
it was gonna be on Access TV
maybe something like that. But they had, I don't know. Oh, it was like Matt Stryker and somebody, maybe Kevin Kelly.
It was Kevin Kelly.
I'll say it.
And
Boo.
yeah.
I care what you said. I care what he did. Fuck you. and I don't care.
I don't know what happened right now.
Nah, don't worry.
But I just remember, like, I think it was Gorillas of Destiny were in the tag match.
Okay.
And they just started just swearing.
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck you,
Oh,
you know. And they
yeah.
were just like,
It's
like
great that they can say
belligerently
fuck.
yelling shit because nobody cares over there because it's a different language, you know. And
I think they care less in general. Like,
yeah, right. And you're just like, and these guys that worked for whatever companies they worked for in the past, where you couldn't do that at all.
Oh man, like
and
they're
the
just, filters off.
Yeah,
all their stored up fucks like special moves and
Oh
SmackDown.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is
At
so much
first.
fun.
At first, it was amazing to me, and I remember like Kurt Angle going over there and doing like a thing for Impact, and like I think he was saying he was gonna fuck Giant Bernard up, and that's just great. But it was just like one time.
Yeah.
But there's like personal viewer's opinion. It's become like a little bit overkill. The jump the shark moment, not to like, because I still really enjoy the promo with the post match Jay White nonstop fuck, where he's just yelling it, and it's like, yeah, man. this would be a great way to end everyone saying fuck every other word when their native language is English.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember one promotion we worked with. They decided they wanted to be a little more raw, and everybody like was allowed to swear for a show, and it like got worn out like in one show.
Yeah,
and it was
in
like
one match.
It was like basically, and it was just like, hey, let's not do this anymore.
Yeah,
like,
I swear when I work, I think, but
sure,
it's coming out pretty naturally.
Exactly. You know, if it feels like you're going out of your way to say like something belligerent,
should I?
Like,
should I?
I mean, what the fuck are you, XPW?
XPW style invasion queen. XPW style invasion at 8 p.m. queen. Real ones know what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right.
Do you know the XPW invasion? We don't have to talk about that. None of us were there.
I
but it's funny
don't,
that it happened.
and I don't intend to work with them again. So
I didn't even know that happened. Was it a silly time?
It was the silliest time.
Were they just a bunch
Soul
of silly
Taker
little
was
guys?
there, and there was blood in my gear bag. So
Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know,
one of the best things they ever did is like two shitty idiots, but like have Necro Butcher just assault that kid that calls himself a DILF, who keeps shorting people money and is an idiot. No, I'm just talking shit. This is just fun for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. That's
like
good. Anyways, fuck me.
You want watch Butcher just assault some child. It's super funny. It's really, really it gets funnier and funnier and funnier the more that guy keeps breathing. It gets funnier. Yeah, and it almost redeems Necro Butcher for the MAGA stuff, but nothing ever will. Almost. But like nothing ever will. Look at me. Once you're shitty, nothing will redeem you. Once you cross a threshold, it's all over. Go home. Go back to gambling.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no intentions of getting booked. I'm off Thursday night fights this week. I asked for my 5 to 6. It's not happening ever again.
It'll be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah. Walter's coming back permanently, baby. Finally get some respect. Goddamn county sheriff.
Well, guys, if you want to have some respectable pizza, check out our friends at Slice on Broadway, New York City style. Yins are made 4, 5, 6. I don't even know locations. Riz just learned they sell alcohol here at this location, thank you, Slice, for the White Claw. So that's how we're keeping going tonight.
I actually got a ordered something on Friday, and it was. And the best thing is, like, I went in there and I got it at the location, and then I saw the pizza there, and then I ordered the pizza.
Wait, so you went up for like a hoagie or something?
I got a hoagie.
Good hoagies.
Saw the pizza on the side. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab the slice, and it was pretty much.
You had a hoagie with a pizza on the side.
So that would be normal.
Okay.
If the pizza was normal sized. The pizza by the slice at Slice is about 2.5 slices of pizza.
Is that New York City style?
Is it very
New York
big?
City style?
Yes.
So I saved that for lunch.
There you go. That is economical.
That's meal prep.
Good job with your meal
prep. From me, I'm an athlete. That's meal prep, baby. That's boy dinner.
That's right. That's breakfast. That is.
So have you ever heard of the South Street Taco? It's like a Philly thing.
I do no.
Okay, so
maybe I'll experience that WrestleMania weekend.
I hope so. I haven't been to South Street in years since I moved out of Philly, but there's a spot on South Street called Lorenzo's, and they'll sell you like a humongous slice. Like one slice fits a box of pizza, and it's like $4, and then you take it across the street to Jim's. Good cheesesteaks. If you just want to get a cheesesteak on South, there's like that ish kibibbles, but Jim's is right there. And you let them know that you want your steak wrapped in the slice, and that's what happens. They make your steak hoagie. They take your gigantic slice of pizza and roll that shit.
I've been to Jim's.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Jim's with like the steel or the metal paneling on the outside.
Yeah.
Just wonderful cheesesteak there. But yeah, it was a thing to like roll up a gigantic Lorenzo slice over top a steak from Jim's. South Street Taco. Fucking disgusting.
but in the best way.
Yeah. I mean, like if you saw me just take a deep breath, I was just thinking about it, like thinking about processing that ever again. No thanks.
I have not even touched the idea of a cheesesteak since doing the New Japan Loop 2 days there because the catering both days
Oh, that
was cheesesteaks.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Who'd they get steaks from?
They had Pat's.
Okay.
And I talked about this on the show, of course, but you probably appreciate.
I'll get into
They
it.
had a Pat's King of Steaks.
I saw this.
The
Yeah,
ladder match.
That's
Yes.
really silly.
And literally, like I remember. No, I shouldn't say. I almost got into. Okay. Though there were questions asked in advance. I can't remember if it was commentary when we were setting up the match, but
Right.
there was questions asked like,
About
what if
food
the
safety.
wrestlers are vegan, and what if they have a mask? Because they
they
were
have to eat it?
they were to eat it after the match. And I don't know if you
Oh, it was like a
remember.
promotional stuff?
Oh yeah, it was promotional. There was like a bag over the top. There was a bag to pull down with it and everything, and they had the cheesesteaks at ringside and everything like that. So there's a whole thing, right? Which was fantastic, right? And also, oh god, ex-WWE guy that works with Impact. Why can't
That's like a
That could be fucking anybody.
The entire roster.
the one that's not Drama
could
King,
be
the one
almost
that the
anybody.
one.
Oh, he was Aiden English? No, or the
No,
other guy.
the other guy.
Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips.
Yeah, thank
Do you remember Tom Phillips' red eye text?
What?
sorry. I shouldn't. I'll look it up later. We'll talk
Okay,
about it
then later.
later.
It
Still makes me
I
laugh.
work with
a
this
little
guy every
bit.
once in a while.
Oh no.
But I just remember he had to browbeat Veda Scott a little bit for not saying the full Pat's King of Steaks or whatever the full thing is or something. Because
Yeah, they are Pat's King of Steaks.
he's from
from
Philly,
there?
so he was like, this is the way we say this. Welcome to my town, kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Water rice.
If you want, yeah, a
Eggles.
hoagie,
Go
a hoagie.
Birds.
If you want, that's on the Multiverse show, which I think is on Fight Plus right now. Trailer Plus, whatever the fuck it is.
That was like an Impact thing too, right?
You know what the beautiful thing?
Impact New Japan.
Sorry, this is a whole side. Maybe I should be doing this on Patreon.
Yeah.
I got booked to do a kickboxing show in Ohio next week.
Sick.
And I was like, all right, do they have any shows like that I can watch to see how they set up? And then I pulled up, like I was like, oh, we're on Fight, okay. So I pulled up the thing,
nice.
and I was like, oh, they're on Fight Plus. Wait, I subscribed to this so I can watch AIW.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the show, see what it looks like, so I know what to do when I come to the next show. So thank you, Fight Plus, for the research. So
Ain't it great?
it's multifaceted. Now it's officially a business expense.
I wonder if like wrestlers could start writing off the streaming services that they're studying from as like no.
Technically, technically,
Could I get my Impact Plus free this year? Or
not free, but write off whatever that entails. But that kind of thing.
I should do more business.
It's
expenses.
research in development. Learn the term. It's what I learned. Is not that I am perfect on my taxes or anything, but I'm told research and development is the line.
Okay.
And if it applies to
I had to develop some
yeah,
tights.
yeah. Well, no, wait. What is it? That's your business.
Yeah.
Therefore, I am not a tax professional or a lawyer. Do not take this as advice.
Oh, I am.
legal.
Take my advice.
No,
Send your
no.
money to Cash App. Okay.
No. Sorry, I'm told to say this several times, and I think this person's in the chat room about to read me
should
for
I not
this.
say it too?
You know what? No, because you're not married to a paralegal, so you can say where the fuck you want.
I thought this was the Mayhem show.
So I just realized I'm talking about my pants being on fire while Sorga's chatting with a dumpster fire. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm catching up with the chat. Anyways. But yeah, no.
Somebody's pants is on fire. And they're still talking to us?
Junk
Technically,
is also in pants.
for you to research your business, which is professional wrestling,
I have to watch tape.
you got to watch tape.
Mm.
There you go. And you got to pay for tape. And as long as you write off your general wrestling
Expenses otherwise.
expenses and
Yeah.
earnings, I know earnings are probably
Earnings?
tough. Earnings? Question mark. So, did you sell a T-shirt this year? There
it.
you go.
I can't wait to write on my taxes, run it to the game. Earnings.
There is definitely a way to do it. There's something.
heard of that.
Chat with your tax professional. I don't think it's going to be in your TurboTax. Let's put it that way.
Imagine if imagine if IRS started running around doing seminars now about taxes, what was bullshitting people. It'd be a lot of fun.
Like the actual IRS?
Like Mike
or-
Rotunda is doing
Mike Rotunda, and he
okay,
dresses up as
okay.
IRS, and he was like, goes around to like different indies and tells the boys how to do their taxes.
That's his seminar.
it.
Yeah.
It'd be very funny.
Yeah.
Fun.
Did
I'd
you
enjoy
know
it.
you could write off? Why aren't you writing off your
everything.
basement gym setup as a
Oh, yeah.
workspace. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I am pontificating at this point. I know very little about
If you're a wrestler and you know tax stuff, hit me up. Hit me up. I work out from home. I need more gear. Hit me up. I want a big tax return next year.
There you go.
Please help.
There you go. Please help.
I accept all help. I appreciate everyone's opinion, mostly.
And I just have Joshi Pro on in the background.
Yeah.
That's actually how I work now. I just throw Joshi on because I can't understand what they're saying. So, and sometimes they're dancing and I don't understand the words of the songs or anything like that.
I've been
There was some DDT Pro I was watching because some shows just sometimes have zero commentary. Like,
Oh.
it's just the show,
okay.
which is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still don't know what's going on. The DDT Pro stuff is like, this looks fun. Like, there was a lot of things. There was a match going on and a three-way, and there's some comedy, and then somebody went and read something on the side of the room for a while, and then they came
Okay.
back to the match, and I'm like, I really wish I knew what was going on right now, but it looks amazing. You know, there's a lot of facets to this. So
I want someone getting out of like now I want to run this spot where someone gets out of the ring in a three-way and pulls up like Gene LaBelle's wrestling finishing holds and then gets back in and like finishes the match.
There
Do
you
know
go.
about this book?
no, I don't.
It's it was this old
Is this like the Man Scout reading the bear how to fight bears or whatever in a corner?
like that would be fun. Yeah, and I guess I didn't know Jake Manning did that, but that's funny. Oh, this is such a good gimmick.
I have some matches for you, including Beastman getting stuck in a tent.
I love that. I love every bit of that character.
Mm-hmm.
But Gene LaBelle, like judo Gene LaBelle, I don't know the first thing about martial arts, and but he's revered for his judo. Sold a book called Professional Wrestling Finishing Holds, and it was like a relic that when I worked for the library in Philadelphia while I was living there, I had to get like an interlibrary loan and like a special loan to
Also,
check it out.
you were a librarian?
I wasn't a librarian. I was a librarian's assistant, which like librarian has like a whole other degree. But
I know.
worked in
We're
the
going to have a
Philly-
librarian on next week.
A librarian?
Yes.
Like an actual legit librarian?
Yeah, she's a legit librarian. And she does the Grit and Glitter podcast.
Oh, yeah. I am aware.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I worked in the free library in Philadelphia, a little bit in Richmond, but what a mess of a city. Hey, remind me wrestling in Richmond before we go.
Okay.
I'd like to plug my friend's thing. But yeah. I checked this book out and it's like two dudes grappling in trunks on the cover. So you know my coworkers are like, all right, Ryan, he likes to wrestle. But it was actually like it was pretty informative and like reinforced a lot of things I was learning about like wrist and limb control. I'd actually like to like get a hard copy of it, but it's like to get a good copy of it now is like hundreds of bucks. There's no digitization of it. Yeah, it's like an old book. Again, like had to get it specialty like out of like I can't remember what it was called. Like they have like vaults of just old books just to like keep in store forever. And I was so careful with that thing. But anyway, just rambling.
Well, I need to roll around to what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Let's go.
There's a lot of what we learned, I think. And you're getting more relaxed
Oh yeah.
as the
I'm
show
chilling
goes
big
here. I
time.
love this. I just,
I'm very comfy right now.
yes.
I'm so comfy.
Riz, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
So I'm gonna go back to what I actually learned last week, which was about Jey Uso's shirt,
Oh,
Okay.
because now there's a new portion of it where now there's not only a Jey Uso shirt which has the yeet on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a Jimmy Uso shirt which is no yeet. And there's only two ways to go from here.
We need
Either
a
you
maybe,
go
a maybe
to the yeet
Oh.
or to the no yeet. That's it. Choose your side.
Who's going to capitalize on the maybe yeet market?
our
Solo.
truth.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck, he can do anything. He can
Yeah.
do anything.
He will
Truth
do
can
that
do anything.
while he's in a storyline with the Judgment Day.
Yo, he
Yeah.
can do that while he's tag champs with Pac-Man Jones after like
Oh my God, I
after
forgot.
a gun incident. Not that it
Oh,
matters,
no.
but Pac-Man Jones is another wild
Wait,
sportsman.
was it a tag team or was he the champion?
I think it was
They were
Like
tag
the
champs.
world champion.
No, they were tag. I mean, Truth was as Ron Killings. He was NWA World Champion early, NWA TNA. But when they brought Pac-Man Jones in, after all that good publicity,
All super good publicity.
they paired him up with Ron Killings, and then like I remember there was some difficulty with the NFL because they were like, you're suspended, you can't take bumps, like it could affect your your contract and your career here. So that was all weird. But he'd like hit a couple spots and they won the tag titles. I can't even remember who they beat, but like just a wild decision. When I remember TNA was like the best tag wrestling between the two television products by far at the time. Personal opinion, I was a big fan of a lot of what they were doing. But I will never forget the Pac-Man Jones stuff. It was ridiculous.
Hey, it won the
anything
most
for
disgusting
publicity.
promotional tactic in
Did
the
yeah.
Wrestling Observer.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Did.
He was doing some CTE behavior right before that, really making every sport look good.
Great.
We got to stop hitting our heads so much, guys. Wrist locks.
Ryan, what'd you learn from wrestling?
We got to stop hitting our heads so much, guys.
Okay.
Wrist locks. What did I learn? Yeah, just wrist locks. Oh man, I don't want to get too much into it. Did I learn a moral lesson from wrestling this week? I reaffirmed a conversation I was having with a friend, and I'd still always love to see this change, and I'd like to see growth and development on a personal and mental health level. But professional wrestling may never be a platform for societal or emotional growth, and sometimes I just have to cope with that. But I'd love to see things grow and get better. I think they have since the time I left to the time I've come back. Little bit. But sometimes I just need to deal with the fact that I'm not going to be able to change things, and things might not like get better. And that's not my fault or my place to like change it or do anything about it. I just have to cope. And wrestling might not be a platform for societal and emotional growth and change. Wouldn't it be great?
I like that.
Yo, I silenced the room.
Yes.
I'm the deepest guest on WMS
I was
yet.
trying to think about a version of the what little bit. You don't have to make everything better, but what little bit can you make better today?
Oh yeah, and it's
right?
It's like pretty much you. It's like everything that you can do. That's your your own sphere of influence is everyone who's close to you, and then like you radiate what you do. And so like I try to be good. I try to be funny. I deal with my own shit pretty openly. But like I just try to be good to people now. Like not like I ever wasn't, but like really in the seat I'm in, whatever, as an older guy. And I hope that just like radiates and people learn from that and don't treat other people shitty. That would be the best. Like this isn't also like it's to upend off what I learned. Like I don't think this is a place where you should come to be shitty. I don't think that the concept of kayfabe is here for you to treat other people badly, bully people, fucking sexually assault people, or harass women. Like fuck off. Go try that shit in a small town. I like not that anything's gonna happen. I just think it's a funny reference, and fuck that guy for writing that song.
Good reference. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. But like this thing, like my favorite thing in the world, my hobby, my train set, my model train set, isn't here for you to like come around, be really good at it, and then be a shitty fucking person to other people and go, yeah, I can because this is the station I have. Go do literally anything else. The first thing, go to fucking therapy. But don't make professional wrestling, my favorite thing, your playground to otherwise be a criminal and use it to like cover up criminal behavior. Have fun, party. I'm not trying to judge anyone for innocuous behavior that doesn't hurt anyone else. Live your life. Don't come here to hurt people and like gain your personal weird psychological advantage. Watch wrestling, play video games, go to therapy, eat healthy, do all that other shit. Go to MMA. I don't do that, but like, yeah, just to upend off like what I learned, like that's how I still feel. I'll always feel that way. Yeah. Oop, I did it again.
Yep. I learned that my worlds are further converging between Yakuza games and Japanese wrestling, and I've reaffirmed my personal goal to go to Japan and see Wrestle Kingdom.
Dude, we should let's try to do that together.
Like
That
as a
would be
trip.
fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll like do a documentary.
I got to pass. Oh yeah. Oh, we will document it. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'll get a
The
passport
only
this year.
person missing from this trip, we got to bring Chest Flexor.
He seems like a fun guy.
I went to Thailand with him.
Ah. Okay.
That's a story for later.
Probably.
But anyways, thank you. Chat room had some what they learned. Let's see. Just don't take advice from the DB Aussies. Let's see.
Got him.
Ponder says this week I learned about Missy and her pants. She's like talking Spanish in the chat room for some reason.
Okie dokie. Duolingo's paying off.
And welcome to Fishing Without Mayhem. So I may have to book you for the show with our behavioral therapist.
Dude, hell yeah.
You want it? We're
Hell
looking
yeah.
for guests. So
Like me?
yeah,
Talking about-
well, I mean, we've had several wrestlers on.
You're talking to the guy
in the
whose last two
past.
syllables in his gimmick name is insane. Yeah, that sounds like it would be fun.
Like that should probably happen.
Yeah.
So the more I'm talking with you, so
Jesus Christ, I get this a lot. It's-
No, we've had Tatiana there, Jace Carr, the Rev Ron Hunt has been on there. I think a few other people. So
Good.
yeah, I
We
just
all
bring
need it.
wrestling into every project I do. 'Cause
Yeah.
of course I do. Wrestling is why I'm here. Wrestling in this podcast are why I get to travel the world with people in wrestling and not in wrestling. So yeah, everything. I was
Yeah.
actually talking to somebody today. Everything from even my corporate job that sends me across the country is because of this podcast. Literally
Yeah.
because of this podcast.
Mhm.
So, and as this is, I guess, the quasi anniversary, 18th anniversary of the show, as my acknowledgement of that, we are gonna do a celebration on episode 900, since that's right around the corner here. So, I think that is a bigger milestone to be. I like round numbers, so we're gonna roll with that.
Yeah.
So, and I promise I will continue to the show. The goal is 1,000.
Nice.
Well, and then I don't know. We'll see how I feel. That is the only time where I'm actually going to assess that, whether the show should keep going, is when we hit 1,000. So, got 2 more years out of me. So at least the clock is ticking. The Ram Doomsday clock
You're
is
never
ticking.
leaving, Sorg.
Sorg, please don't die. You're too sexy.
Sorg, you're never leaving. Sorg.
Listen. I'm just working on my soft core over here. Ryan Zane,
what?
where can people
Wait.
find you and your friend? You gotta watch Awesome
Oh, my
Cats for that.
friend. Yeah, you can figure out who my friend is by looking at my cage match, which is very relevant these days. And I'm gonna say pretty much all thanks
mean,
to Cowpoke Paul. I can't think of anyone else. I can't think of anyone else. who's made-
Cowpoke Paul and Jinder Mahal. You're welcome.
Another dream match. I need Tom's Customs to book up for me.
Cowpoke Paul and
Pop up
Jinder
fire
Mahal.
truck. All my social media stuff is some amalgamation of the words rad, trash, dad, whether they're together or separated by periods. You'll find me. That falls somewhere between my personal and me like promoting wrestling stuff. So follow at your leisure. Don't be weird. Don't be fucking weird. Where'd I go? Oh, there I am. Just don't be weird to me. That's all I ask, but you probably will be, because humans don't have self-control or like any sense of morality anymore. Speaking of,
What the hell is this?
yo, Vader took the hose. Vader decided he was going to take the
Yeah,
hose.
Vader did take the host.
He's just like me for real. Yeah, just that. You can find me on, I think, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Maybe don't follow my Facebook page. That's for me personally. Yeah, and my home base is 880 Wrestling, T2T Pittsburgh. I work out there sometimes. Sometimes people even ask me for my advice and help, which is weird for me. But also like very, very fulfilling, when someone asks me for help and advice, and then I'm able to go, oh yeah, I know this thing about wrestling. Really affirmed the comeback. Whatever. Yeah, so just watch Thursday Night Fight, support that. Tell your local promoter that like you think it'd be really fun to throw trash at me, that I bring soft trash just like me. And let me know if you like my wrestling. Tell those kids how good they are, because they're like only 1 year in. It's fucking insane to me. It took me a long time to have my first match, and then even to acclimate to like performing freely on my own. Sorry to break open the fourth wall here, but like it's insane what MV and Gannon, even the coaches there have like accomplished with this talent. and it's amazing what you produce on the show. You've given me like plenty of fantastic moments, like having that lower third of my like graphic. Like, oh come on, that fulfills something in me that like my inner child needed, was to see still to come, and then like me looking insane.
I think it was just you because I didn't have your opponent or something, right?
Yeah, I think and we don't have to say looking insane, do we? Yeah, it was just me. Yeah,
they'll see on the album art for this episode.
I'll promote some things. I am trying to get my Twitch running back up again because I'm a little nerd, and I'd like to self-flagellate and promote some more. People are bugging me to do a podcast, and you see how like open-ended I am about my emotions.
Didn't I just comment on that today?
Did you?
I think somebody. I don't know. A lot of people are like saying you should do a thing, and I was like, I'll support that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. A lot of people have bugged me to do that. Listen to the voice. I've heard a lot of like, oh, you should do radio, and then I look at those people and go, am I not fucking pretty? But just doing that, I would love to talk more with my boys about like how they're doing, like emotionally. How are you coping? How are you dealing with this? My 2 toss-ups for show names were the King of Emotional Style, kind of buddy, and Duck 2 Cope is the other one. I think that's too much inside baseball. Duck 2 Cope.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, but I am the King of Emotional Style.
I like that. I
like that better. Okay. I thought I'd run it by you.
Yeah,
that. Oh, and
And sounding board, if you want to hit us up on social media, is a good time at WrestlingMayhemShow.com for your ideas.
Please say ignorant things to me on the internet, because it gets a lot of publicity and it's very funny, and I'll probably laugh about it. I will definitely laugh in your fucking face. So like I grew up a little bit around the city of Richmond, Virginia, just the burbs. Wrestled out in like Mattaponi, in like a farm town, whatever, and there hasn't really been a lot of indie wrestling there. And I think it would be a hit town for it. Punk's really popular there, like punk music, and just like there is a general subculture of just people with a lot of tattoos. So some old buddies who do Toys for Tots benefit, Punks for Presents, started just promoting shows out of Hardywood Brewery, and it's so difficult to get past the commission there. So fucking difficult. So I think they're running as RVA Pro Wrestling, and within like a matter of like less than 48 hours, they sold out their pre-sale at the brewery. And like, I couldn't be more proud of these guys. Yeah, the Punks for Presents guys are great. They do like Christmas punk cover shows all winter and a little bit in like the middle of the summer, and they're all benefits like Toys for Tots. But they're entangled in this wrestling thing now, which is fantastic. And I just wanted to shout them out. Like, I'm super proud of Timmy Danger, an old friend of mine, who's like kind of spearheading this on the wrestling front. And I won't drop their names. I don't know if
I'm
they
loving the art on this, by the way.
Yeah. They're just like, these are, as far as I can speak for anyone in the city of Richmond, Virginia, these are the last dudes I remember being good dudes. And what they do is fantastic. So the fact that they're getting like an indie wrestling show running off the ground and it's sold out, one, shows the interest that city would have in like independent professional wrestling, and like, two, just makes me want to shout from the high fucking hills about how every athletic commission is bullshit, red tape, meant to come and take money that like we already have a hard time even breaking even on. What are you doing? Except stealing. Like, I hate it. I abhor what state athletic commissions have done to my model trains. And Virginia is an awful one, and has kept like the growth of the art capped for so fucking long. And I'd love to see someone break through. There used to be some group that ran like Renegade called Richmond Lucha Libre, and they ran when I was like a kid. So I would like go to Alley Cats and try to like sit by like ring crew door, and then I would sneak into the shows because they were all, I think, 21 up. Also because they were like trying to mitigate as much damage as possible from already like running Renegade. And that was so cool, but it'll never like, it's almost like we could never have that, and you can't have it with an athletic commission bearing down over literally like, come on, it's our play fighting. Like, yeah, they might make some money, but like, Jesus Christ, like the fines, the fees, the licenses, like, and for what? God, for like so long, at the last like year I had in Virginia, I never saw someone from the commission at one of my shows, and it was so fucking irritating because like, yeah, I'd pay like the $30 a year to get my license, and like it's a lot easier to do these days, but like, what were we losing like $3,000 a show on if you weren't there assuring that all these practices were being put into place? Yeah, it's a grift. Stop it. Make it stop. Could some lawyer do something about this? Like, every state should be challenged on their athletic commission, barring pro wrestling and then regulating it like it's boxing or MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Like, shut up. Like, take your hands that you're holding out like this and shove them in your pockets and walk away. Like, I get bent out of shape. Are we going long?
We're going.
Okay, cool.
We'll continue this conversation on the Patreon. Riz Plays Games is going to be playing games with Dutters.
Yes.
Wednesday night, right here. SmackDown versus Raw 2006 and Crush Hour are on the docket, correct?
Yes, because Dutters hasn't played Crush Hour yet.
Oh man,
Ever.
I've never played Crush Hour. I know it's like the I know it's like
It's Twisted Metal with wrestlers.
plus gimmicks. Is there a lot of like good VO? Is there a lot of dialogue?
We might have to boot up for you here before you leave, since you've never played it before.
No.
But we got a copy right here of Crush Hour and SmackDown versus Raw 2006. So, and I don't think Katie's ever played Crush Hour as well. So, you know, we'll have some fun. I also have both Backyard Wrestlings in the box. So,
Have you played the Def Jams?
I played a little bit of it. I would like to get a copy of those. So.
Not that I'm not gonna give it to you, but I have a copy. if you want me to bring it over, I can talk to my mom and see if I can go sleep over your house. But
Okay.
but you should ask your mom.
Okay.
Actually, you should ask my mom.
You should
I know
ask
if
your
I
mom
ask
if
my
it's
mom,
cool or not.
she'll say
my
no.
mom might be listening. So.
Yeah, but I know if I ask my mom, she'll say no. Also, I wouldn't reach out. And but if you ask, I know she'll say yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for Patreon for further discussion. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at